The strongest person in the room is not always the loudest. It is not always the biggest. It is not always the one who speaks first. Sometimes the strongest person is the one whose heart is beating fast, but whose mind remains still. Pressure enters the room. Everyone begins to panic. Voices rise, hands shake. People start making careless decisions. But one person does not move too quickly. One person does not waste energy on fear. One person watches, breathes, understands, then acts. That person becomes dangerous, not because he is angry, but because he is calm. Listen carefully. Pressure does not create your character. Pressure reveals what you trained when nobody was watching. What happens when people doubt you? What happens when the door closes? What happens when the crowd laughs? What happens when your plan fails? Your money becomes low, your body becomes tired, and your mind begins to whisper, maybe you cannot do this. That is where your real training begins. There was a time when people did not support me. They did not understand my ideas. They did not believe in my direction. They looked at what I was building and saw something too different, too strange, too risky. Some laughed, some ignored me, some believed I would disappear. But later, when the work became visible, when the results became impossible to ignore, those same people said, Bruce, you are lucky. Lucky. They did not see the lonely hours. They did not see the rejection. They did not see the discipline. They did not see the days when the only person who believed in the path was the person walking it. People call it luck because they were not present during the pressure. They see the victory. They do not see the calm that was trained inside the struggle. If you want to remain calm under any pressure, you must stop waiting for life to become easy. Life will not remove all pressure. You must become stronger than the pressure. You must train your body not to panic. You must train your mind not to run. You must train your spirit not to break every time something goes wrong. Calm is not weakness. Calm is controlled power. Calm is the space between danger and decision. Calm is what allows you to see the opening that fear hides from everyone else. Today I will give you 7 lessons. Not soft lessons. Not comfortable lessons. Lessons that will teach you how to stand inside pressure without becoming pressure. Remember this. The storm may be loud, but the storm does not decide who you become. Your training does. Lesson 1. The pressure is not the enemy. Your panic is. Most people blame the situation. They say, this problem is too big. This person is too difficult. This moment is too stressful. But the situation is only one part of the pain. The second part is the story you create inside your mind. A problem appears, then your mind adds 10 more problems. You lose one opportunity, and your mind says, my whole future is destroyed. One person criticizes you, and your mind says, everybody is against me. You make one mistake, and your mind says, I always fail. This is how panic grows. The first danger is outside you. The second danger is created by you. You may not control the first danger, but you can control the second. When pressure arrives, do not ask, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is the next clear action? That question brings your power back. Imagine you are in a difficult meeting. Someone attacks your idea. Your chest becomes tight. Your face becomes hot. Your first desire is to defend yourself quickly, but a quick reaction often gives control to the other person. So pause. Look at the facts. Ask, what part of their criticism is useful? Then answer only what needs an answer. Do not fight every word. Do not protect your ego more than you protect your goal. When panic takes over, you stop seeing choices. You only see danger. So separate the event from your reaction. Say to yourself, this is difficult, but difficulty is not destruction. This is pressure, but pressure is not the end. I do not need to solve everything in 1 second. These simple words create space inside your mind, and space gives you vision. Calm people are not people without fear. Calm people are people who refuse to let fear make the decision. Your first training is this. When something goes wrong, name the fact without adding drama. Do not say, everything is finished. Say, this plan failed. Do not say, nobody respects me. Say, this person disagreed with me. Do not say, I cannot handle this. Say, I have not handled this yet. Language matters. The words you repeat become the room your mind lives in. Build a room with doors. Do not build a prison. Pressure is not always your enemy. Sometimes pressure is a teacher. It shows you where you are weak. It shows you where you are unprepared. It shows you where your emotions are still controlling your direction. Do not hate the lesson. Study it. The next time pressure comes, do not say, I hope this goes away. Say, let me see who I become inside this. That is the beginning of calm. Lesson 2. Control the first 3 seconds. The most dangerous part of pressure is often not the whole moment. It is the first few seconds. Someone insults you. Bad news appears. A mistake happens. A door closes. Before your wisdom arrives, your emotion tries to speak. That is why you must train the first 3 seconds. In those 3 seconds, do not send a message. Do not raise your voice. Do not make the promise. Do not walk away forever. Do not destroy something permanent because of a temporary feeling. Pause. 1 breath. 1 look. 1 question. What response will I respect tomorrow? That question can save relationships. It can save opportunities. It can save your name. It can save you from becoming the person pressure wanted you to become. Many people are not defeated by the problem. They are defeated by their first reaction to the problem. They answer too quickly. They attack too quickly. They quit too quickly. Then later, when the emotion becomes quiet, they see the damage. But a trained person creates a small gap. Inside that gap he chooses. This is real power. You do not need 1 hour to become calm. Sometimes you only need 3 seconds of discipline. When I trained, I did not wait for a real fight to learn control. I repeated movements, again, again, again. Why? Because under pressure you do not rise to your wishes. You fall to your training. Life works the same way. If you practice panic every day, you will panic when the important moment comes. If you practice calm in small moments, calm will appear in big moments. Start with small pressure. When traffic moves slowly, do not attack the steering wheel. Relax your hands. When someone takes too long to answer, do not create a painful story. Wait for facts. When your phone freezes, do not let a small machine control your entire nervous system. Breathe and solve the problem. These small moments are your training ground. People want to become calm during a crisis, but they practice irritation all day. That cannot work. You cannot feed anger in small moments and expect peace in large moments. So use the first 3 seconds. First second, stop your body. Second second, take 1 slow breath. Third second, choose the next useful action. That is all. Stop. Breathe. Choose. You may still feel angry. You may still feel afraid. But emotion does not need to disappear before you act with intelligence. You do not need to feel perfect. You only need to avoid becoming careless. Remember, speed is not always strength. Sometimes speed is fear trying to escape discomfort. A calm pause may feel slow, but it protects your direction. People may think you are weak because you did not answer immediately. Let them think. You are not trying to win the first second. You are trying to win the whole situation. Train your first 3 seconds, and you will change your life. Lesson 3. Breathe before you become the storm. Your body speaks before your mouth does. Under pressure, your heart speeds up. Your breathing becomes short. Your shoulders rise. Your jaw becomes tight. Your hands become cold or restless. Then your mind looks at your body and says, we are in danger. This is why calm must begin in the body. You cannot always think your way out of panic. Sometimes you must breathe your way back into control. The breath is simple. That is why people underestimate it. But simple does not mean weak. A door is simple, yet it can open an entire building. When pressure rises, breathe in slowly through your nose. Do not pull the air like you are drowning. Take it in with control. Then breathe out a little longer than you breathed in. As you breathe out, drop your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Unclench your hands. Tell your body, I am here. I am not running. Do this 3 times, not because breathing removes the problem. It does not. Breathing removes the fog between you and the problem. Think about water. When water is disturbed, you cannot see through it. When it becomes still, the bottom appears. Your mind is the same. When your breath is wild, your thoughts become wild. When your breath becomes steady, your thoughts become easier to direct. This does not mean you will never feel pressure. It means pressure will not immediately own your body. Practice before the difficult moment. Every morning, sit for 2 minutes. Breathe slowly. Watch the breath enter. Watch it leave. When your mind moves away, bring it back. This may look like nothing, but you are teaching your attention to return. And under pressure, the person who can return his attention is stronger than the person who has more talent but no control. Before a difficult conversation, breathe. Before you open an important email, breathe. Before you walk onto a stage, breathe. Before you respond to disrespect, breathe. Breathing creates a bridge between reaction and decision. Cross that bridge. Do not become the storm just because the storm entered your life. A person insults you. Your body becomes hot. Breathe. A plan collapses. Your stomach becomes tight. Breathe. You hear the word no. Your mind begins to race. Breathe. Then ask, what can I do now? Do not confuse calm breathing with passive living. You are not breathing to avoid action. You are breathing so your action is clean. There is a difference between a punch thrown from panic and a punch thrown from balance. There is a difference between words thrown from pain and words spoken from clarity. The calm person is not asleep. He is awake enough to choose his force. Your breath is always with you. No one can take it. You do not need money to use it. You do not need permission. You do not need a perfect room. You only need awareness. So before pressure turns you into someone you do not respect, return to the breath, control the body, clear the mind, then move. Lesson 4. Become water. Do not break against the wall. Many people break under pressure because they become too rigid. They have only one plan, one method, one picture of success. When life changes, they refuse to change. Then they call the wall unfair. But the wall does not care about your plan. You must learn to adapt. Water does not fight the shape of the cup. It enters and changes form. Water meets a rock and moves around it. If the path is blocked, it finds another path. It stays true to its nature, but it does not demand one shape. This is calm intelligence. When your plan fails, do not immediately believe your goal has failed. The road may be closed. The destination may still be possible. Ask, what is another way? What can this problem teach me? What must I change without changing who I am? That is the mind of water. Pressure becomes unbearable when you believe only one result can save you. You say, this person must accept me. This job must choose me. This plan must work exactly like this. This opportunity is my only chance. Then you become desperate. And desperation makes you blind. You begin forcing doors that should remain closed. You begin chasing people who do not respect you. You begin destroying your peace to protect one idea. Calm comes when you hold the goal firmly, but hold the method lightly. Be serious about the direction. Be flexible about the road. When I entered spaces where people did not understand me, I could have copied everyone around me. I could have made myself smaller. I could have hidden what made my approach different. But adapting does not mean losing yourself. Water changes shape, but it does not become stone. You must know what can change and what must not change. Your method can change. Your discipline must not. Your plan can change. Your values must not. Your timing can change. Your purpose must not. This balance creates power. Too rigid, and you break. Too soft, and you lose your form. Calm adaptation means you bend without becoming weak. Nothing is wasted when you learn. Rejection can teach you timing. Failure can teach you preparation. Loss can teach you what you are holding too tightly. Pressure can show you a new shape. Do not waste your energy arguing with reality. Reality has already happened. Your power begins after acceptance. Acceptance does not mean you like it. It means you stop denying it long enough to respond. Say, this is the wall, then become water. Go above it. Go around it. Wait until it opens. Find a small crack. But do not stand there hitting your head against it and calling that courage. Courage is not blind force. Courage is intelligent persistence. Remain calm enough to change shape. That is how you survive pressure without losing your purpose. Lesson 5. Let them laugh. Use doubt as fuel. At the beginning, people may not support you. Accept this. Some people only believe after they see proof. Some people only clap after the crowd begins clapping. Some people will call your dream foolish because your courage makes them uncomfortable. Do not waste your life asking everyone to understand you. They do not need to understand. You need to train. There were moments when people did not see the work. They saw a man with unusual ideas. They saw a different way of moving, a different way of teaching, a different way of thinking. When people cannot place you inside a box, they often try to reject you. Later, when success becomes visible, they say, "Bruce, you were lucky." This is how the world speaks. Before the result, they call you unrealistic. After the result, they call you lucky. They remove the years of discipline because your discipline makes their excuses uncomfortable. Do not become angry. Smile. Their words cannot change the hours you invested. Luck may open a door, but luck does not wake up every morning and train. Luck does not repeat the movement until the body understands it. Luck does not face rejection and return stronger. Luck does not build calm inside loneliness. People see the flower. They do not see the roots fighting through the dark soil. Let them misunderstand. Your job is not to explain your future to people who have not trained their own imagination. Your job is to build it. But be careful. Do not use doubt as poison. Do not train only to prove people wrong. That gives them too much power. Train because your potential is asking to be used. Train because your future deserves your discipline. Train because there is a version of you that will never exist unless you continue. When someone says you cannot do it, do not argue for 30 minutes. Ask yourself, what can I practice for 30 minutes? Turn words into work. Turn disrespect into repetition. Turn rejection into preparation. This is how pressure becomes fuel. An emotional person hears doubt and loses focus. A disciplined person hears doubt and becomes more precise. You will face days when nobody calls. Nobody shares your work. Nobody praises your effort. Those days are not empty. Those days are building your private foundation. When support is missing, learn to support your own discipline. Say, I will continue even when the room is quiet. I will practice even when nobody is watching. I will improve even when nobody believes. This is not pride. This is responsibility. Your dream came to you, so you must protect it. One day people may call you lucky. Do not let it disturb you. You know the truth. You remember the early mornings. You remember the closed doors. You remember the fear you carried without allowing it to control you. You remember how many times you could have quit. Luck did not create you. Pressure introduced you to yourself. Lesson 6. Move 1 inch, not 100 miles. Pressure becomes heavy when you try to solve your entire life in one moment. You lose your job and immediately you try to solve the next 10 years. A relationship ends and immediately you ask whether you will ever be loved again. You make one mistake and immediately you judge your entire identity. This is too much weight for one moment. Bring your mind back. What is the next inch? Not the whole mountain. The next step. When a fighter enters a match, he does not fight all future rounds at once. He faces the movement in front of him. He watches the shoulder, the foot, the distance, the opening. Life under pressure requires the same attention. Do not fight tomorrow before it arrives. Do not fight imaginary enemies. Do not fight every possible failure. Fight the next real problem. Maybe the next step is making one phone call. Maybe it is drinking water and sleeping before you decide. Maybe it is apologizing. Maybe it is rewriting the plan. Maybe it is asking for help. Maybe it is simply not giving up today. Small actions look weak to people who worship dramatic change, but small actions create momentum, and momentum changes emotion. When you feel trapped, action reminds your mind that you still have power. Write down 3 things. What can I control? What can I influence? What must I accept? Then act only where your power exists. You cannot control what people say. You can control your response. You cannot control whether a door opens today. You can control whether you are prepared when it opens. You cannot control the past. You can control what lesson you carry from it. This keeps your energy clean. Most people waste their strength fighting things that cannot be changed. Then they have no strength left for the things they can change. Calm is not only an emotion. Calm is the correct use of energy. Do not throw your energy in every direction. Choose one target. Complete one action. Then choose the next. 1 inch. Then another. Then another. This is how a mountain is crossed. When pressure tells you, you must fix everything now, answer, no, I will do the next thing well. Do not be ashamed of slow progress. A calm step in the right direction is stronger than a fast step into chaos. You do not need to see the entire path. You need enough light for the next move. And when the next move is complete, more of the path will appear. Pressure wants to make the future look huge. Discipline makes the present small enough to handle. Return to the inch. Return to the breath. Return to the next action. That is how you keep moving when life becomes heavy. Lesson 7. Train calm until chaos recognizes you. You cannot become calm only by listening to words about calm. You must practice. Calm is a skill, and every skill becomes strong through repetition. You do not wait for a real attack to learn how to move. You train before the attack. You do not wait for a crisis to learn how to breathe. You breathe with awareness every day. You do not wait for criticism to learn control. You practice hearing small disagreements without losing yourself. Your daily life is the dojo. Every delay is training. Every rude person is training. Every mistake is training. Every moment when you want to react but choose to think is training. Do not ask life to stop testing you. Ask yourself to become more prepared. Create a calm ritual. Every morning, sit for 3 minutes without your phone. Breathe slowly. Choose one sentence for the day. Today, I will not give my peace to every problem. Then imagine one difficult moment. See yourself pausing. See yourself breathing. See yourself answering with control. Your mind learns through rehearsal. Give it a picture of strength before pressure arrives. During the day, check your body. Are your shoulders tight? Is your jaw locked? Are you holding your breath? Relax. Return. At night, ask 3 questions. Where did I lose control today? Where did I remain calm? What will I do differently next time? Do not judge yourself. Study yourself. A master is always a student of his own reactions. You may fail. You may speak too quickly. You may panic. You may become angry. Do not use one bad moment as proof that you cannot change. Use it as information. Ask, what happened before I lost control? Maybe you were tired. Maybe you were hungry. Maybe you felt disrespected. Maybe the situation touched an old wound. Learn your triggers. You cannot defend a gate you refuse to watch. The more you know yourself, the less easily others can control you. One day, something that once destroyed your peace will happen again. But this time you will notice the space. You will feel the emotion rise. You will breathe. You will remain still for 1 second longer. Then you will choose. That 1 second will show you that you are changing. Keep training. The goal is not to become cold. The goal is not to stop caring. The goal is to care without collapsing. To love without losing yourself. To fight without becoming blind. To speak without becoming cruel. To face pressure without letting pressure choose your character. He does not carry every battle into the next room. He does not punish innocent people for pain they did not create. He does not turn one bad day into a bad identity. He returns to the center. Again, again, again. Train until your calm becomes familiar. Train until panic feels like an old language you no longer speak. Train until chaos enters the room, looks at you, and realizes it cannot control you. Final message. The world may not support you at the beginning. Let it be. The crowd may laugh at your discipline. Let them laugh. People may call your dream impossible. Let them speak. Later, when your work becomes visible, they may call you lucky. Let them speak again. You do not need to correct every person. Your life will answer. But remember this, success is not only reaching the goal. Success is becoming the person who can stand under pressure without betraying himself. Anyone can look powerful when everything is going well. Your true power appears when the plan breaks and your mind does not. When people leave and your purpose remains. When fear speaks and you continue. When anger rises and you choose intelligence. When the world becomes loud and you become clear. You are not training to avoid every storm. You are training to walk through the storm with your eyes open. So the next time pressure comes, do not run from it. Stand still. Breathe. See the facts. Release the drama. Choose the next action. Adapt. Move 1 inch. And remember the lonely days when nobody believed. Those days were not punishment. They were preparation. The pressure was shaping your hands. The rejection was sharpening your focus. The silence was teaching you to hear your own direction. One day they may look at your calm, your strength, your work, and your success and say, "You were lucky." You will not need to argue. You will know what it cost. You will know how many storms you survived without becoming the storm. And you will understand the deepest truth. The greatest victory is not controlling the world around you. The greatest victory is controlling the world within you. Remain calm, remain ready, remain disciplined, and when the moment comes, move.